Hey everybody, it's been a while since I posted, so I thought that I would jump in and share a few things with you. And also, I wanted to share probably one of the most beautiful boondocking sites that I've been at so far. I am currently in Yuma, Arizona, and I am staying at the BLM lands on, excuse me, Mittry Lake, which is about 10 miles outside of the actual city of Arizona. So I'm going to turn the camera around so that you can see just how incredibly beautiful it is here. So over there is a group of campers who all appear to know one another. I've been here for 5 nights. Tonight will be my 6th night. And every evening after dark, there are campfires and multiple people and lots of joking. And I don't know who they are, but they're having a great time. That is my closest neighbor. They just arrived a couple of days ago. And there is my rig right there, my R-Pod and my truck. And like I said, we've been here for about 5 days. The mountainsides behind us are just incredibly, incredibly beautiful. But that's not the best of it. Hold on one sec. So, oh, the sun is like so bright right in my eyes, I can't even see. Let me walk across the street. I had heard so many wonderful things about this area. I decided to come and check it out. And when I drove down, I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Like, seriously? This is BLM camping? This is free? I may never go home. Hold on one second. I'm going to turn the camera around as soon as I can get to a place where the sun is not, is not right in my eyes. It's sunset, so that's why I chose now to make this video. There, that's a little better. I can at least see the button. Let me get you turned around here. So, as you can see, beautiful palm trees. Lake Mittry. There are ducks on the lake that I have never seen this kind of duck before. They have white faces and white bills. They're just beautiful. And rather than quack, they make kind of a honking noise. Like they literally kind of sit there and honk. They're amazing to look at. There again, more of the palm trees. When the sun sets a little bit more, it'll be easier to see again. So, I cannot find a place to get out of the sun. Let me try right over here with the sun at my back. That might work better. So I've been, since the last time I made a post, I have been, spent a couple of weeks in Joshua Tree, California. I love Joshua Tree. Joshua Tree National Park. I stayed for 5 days and then my site was booked up, so I had to leave, and I found some really nice BLM area just outside of Joshua Tree. Stayed there for 3 days until another site opened up in Joshua Tree National Park, and I went back for another 4 days. Unfortunately, as much as I love Joshua Tree, now I will always have, you know, kind of jaded memories of it. It's my own fault, excuse me. You know, people had always warned me, don't ever try to back up on your blind side. In other words, back in using the windows and the mirror on your passenger side. Always back up on the driver's side, and I didn't, and I paid a price for it. So I'm backing up. And of course, when you're hauling a trailer, if you have a backup camera on your vehicle, and most newer vehicles do now, as soon as you start backing up, the backup camera starts beeping because it thinks that you're about to back into something. It doesn't not smart enough to realize that there's a trailer back there. So it started, beeping, beeping, and I'm backing in, and backing in was actually going pretty well. Not my strong point at all. And so I backed it in, and it was pretty sharp. And the stupid backup camera was like beep, 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 and then beep. And I was like, yeah, whatever. So I finished backing in, got myself righted in sight, and positioned where I wanted to be. Now, even in Joshua Tree National Park, it's still boondocking because there are no services at all. There's no water, there's no electric, there's no, sewer. So basically, you're still boondocking. So that was like a 3-week long stretch of boondocking for me. Got backed in, started the process of unhitching, chalking my wheels, setting up the stabilizers and all of that. And the sun was just setting, and I walked. What made me walk on that side of the truck? I don't know. I think I was checking my proximity to the picnic table, and I wanted to check and see if I wanted to pull forward a little bit. And as I was walking back, I was like, what is that? I looked at the back of my truck, like the bed, and I'm like, what is that? I walked over. Yeah, it was a little gift from backing up. It's a dent about 4 inches long, 1 inch deep, and I mean, nobody else seems to see it, but to me it sticks out like a sore thumb because I love my baby. Anyway, yeah, so I will keep that for a little while as a memory. I've already talked to my mechanic back in Vermont, and he was like, I said, so the paint wasn't crinkled or damaged at all, so it can just be like just use a dent puller and a little bit of spot. And he laughed, and he was like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's going to be an entire quarter panel. What the fuck? Oh well. It drives me crazy every time I'm like walking in a parking lot and I see it. I'm like, shit. Absolute shit. So let me see if I move a little bit. Yep, no, the sun is still really, really bright. So I've spent most of this trip boondocking because I realized that it is my preferred method of camping. I don't necessarily like all the rules and regulations and blah, 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 blah in private campgrounds, which the cost of has just gone through the roof. So, yeah, that's not even, I don't even waste my time. And it's funny that I'm back in Yuma because if you also follow me on Facebook, you will realize that I posted when I first got here. I needed to have hookups for a few days to flush my black water tank, and be able to get water back on board and stuff like that. So I made reservations at a senior 55 and up campground in Yuma. And I was like, oh, yay. A senior campground. This should be interesting. So as I'm checking in, the gal slides, some a piece of paper across the desk, and I look at it, and it's a calendar for the whole month of February, and their events, like senior events, bingo and karaoke and yoga classes and pickleball and a bunch of other stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. I don't think I'm quite ready for that yet. But anyway, and I posted on Facebook when I first got here that I hated it because this is one of those trailer parks where literally you could, just shout a little bit out your window and the trailer next to you could pass you a cup of sugar or a cup of coffee or something. Not my jam at all. But I met some really nice people there. They had an amazing dog park, and Nova loves a dog park. She loves making new friends. She loves running around like a crazy dog. So that was really nice. I ended up staying there for like 4 or 5 days, I can't remember. And then wow, the sunset is doing beautiful things to the mountains in the distance. Hold on a second, I'm going to turn the camera around just to show you just how incredibly beautiful it is here. So you can see the clouds and the mountains in the distance. Isn't that gorgeous? And I'm sure you could hear the duck just a minute ago. Like I said, they have the most unique sound. It's like not a quack at all. It's like this little bit of a honking thing. Now that the sun is going down a little bit, you can get an idea of the palms. I can't show you those palms over there because the sun is like right on them. But anyway, the natural beauty here is just incredible. Let's see if I can, whoops. Can you see the ducks out there? They're not close enough right now so that you can see their little white faces. But I've never seen ducks like them before. They're just beautiful. A lot of people come here for day activities, fishing, and just to sit out and enjoy the water. I mean, it really is an oasis in a desert. It's incredibly beautiful. Okay, so, if I turn this way, is the sun going to be in my face? Yep, but that's okay. Hold on. And we don't need to see me that up close and personal. So I did end up becoming more familiar with Yuma, and the further I got away from what I call RV alley, I mean, I never saw so many RVs, so many travel trailers, so many motorhomes, like all stacked up in one place in my entire life. And I was like, whoa. But then as I stayed and I started exploring the area itself, Yuma really is a beautiful, beautiful area. And I became familiar with things around here and realized that I was really enjoying my stay here. The stay out on the BLM land was incredible. A lot of people, boondock out there. What was the one downside? Oh, driving through the Yuma U.S. Army Proving Grounds to get there. I don't know if any of y'all have heard of them or seen them or whatever, but it's acres and acres and acres and acres and miles and miles and miles and miles of desolate desert that the Army uses for, I don't know, I'm not quite clear on that yet, but it's like really freaky out there. There's like signs all over the place saying that you could be stopped and questioned, and I was like, great. I'm excited about that. So yeah, that was one of the downsides. But one of the things that I really wanted to say in this video is when I first left, oh, the sun is making its descent behind the mountain over there. So in just a minute, I will show you the sunset that I've been enjoying for the past 5 days. The temperatures here in Yuma have been in the 80s during the day and in the high 50s or low 60s at night. A little bit warm for sleeping for me, but other than that, it's like freaking paradise. When I first got here, I posted, on several Facebook pages that I belong to, that I'm pretty sure I stumbled on paradise. Anyway, I don't remember if I touched on this in a previous video or whatever, but when I left, because so many people were like, oh my gosh, be careful, you're traveling alone, you're a solo female traveler, and the world is so scary now. So I took that to heart, unfortunately, and I brought my brain fart. My brain just totally went blank. I brought everything. I mean, I literally came heavily armed. And I had a contingency plan for everything. If I message you this, then this is what's happening, blah, blah, blah. I brought my .38 revolver, my Saturday Night Special with the laser. I brought my my concealed carry 380. I brought a shotgun. I brought a neck knife, wear around my neck. I brought a stun gun slash taser. And after the first, it didn't even take me a month, probably the first few weeks, I realized I could have saved all that weight in the trailer and left most of that shit at home. Would I have wanted to carry my concealed carry weapon? Yes, absolutely. Would I have probably still brought the taser and stun gun? Yes, because not only is it effective if there is a negative human interaction, but it can be also used, you know, with problem animals who are a real threat. Hold on. I'm going to turn the camera around because I don't want you to miss it. Look at that. Is that incredible or what? I sit here every night and just wait for the sunset. It's been magical every single day that I've been here. Every single day. And the parking area on this side of the street is for like people who come for day use, just to enjoy the lake, or sports fishermen and things like that. And that huge area over there, I really only have two neighbors. Like I said, that's me right there. My pickup and the R-Pod. And then these guys about 100 feet away from me arrived 2 days ago or 3 days ago. And then these folks with the pickup camper arrived yesterday. And as you can see, everybody does their best to stay as far away from one another as they possibly can. Except these guys who are apparently traveling in a group and are having a good old time. Like I sit out sometimes with my campfire at night and they sound like they're having so much fun. I'm tempted to walk over and go, can I hang with you guys? Can I hang out with you? Anyway, one more shot of that incredible sunset, because you know as well as I do, once the sun starts to slip over the horizon, it doesn't take very long before it's gone. Gentleman in a kayak. Just a beautiful, beautiful area when you're surrounded by miles and miles and miles of desert. To find something like this is just incredible. And there we go, it's me again. So, ooh, I don't look too bad in this light. Anyway, within the first few weeks or month of travel, I realized, like I said, I could have left most of that shit home. You know what? The fear-based mainstream media that feeds us this rhetoric that we need to be afraid of other human beings, that we need to be afraid of the other. You know, especially if you're a woman, you're not safe, they're out to get you. And I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Of course it happens. Statistics are statistics because they're real. But what I am saying is there is a whole lot more people out there who are kind, helpful, considerate, you know, just minding their own business. Most everyone I've met, not that I've needed a lot of help, but if I did, people were right there to help me and assist me in any way that they could during this whole trip. And I've been on the road for almost 5 months now. I can honestly say that I actually only felt unsafe and felt like I might need one of those items that I brought with me one time. Just one time, and that was in the parking lot of a Walmart. Go ahead. So I have had no experiences that would have warranted that kind of protection. Am I thankful? Of course I'm thankful. I just want to say to other female solo travelers that you might not want to believe everything you've heard or everything that's been fed to us by mainstream media about how dangerous this world is and how awful people are. I just have not found that to be true at all. Like I said, one time, one evening in a Walmart parking lot in 5 months of travel. I think that's pretty amazing, and I think it speaks volumes to the truth of the matter. People at their core are still basically good. They are kind, they're compassionate, they're helpful whenever they can be. That really is mosquito. The big mosquito bad takeaway. I love the Dalai Lama's take on mosquitoes. Someone asked him one time when he was talking about how I don't kill anything. And the interviewer said, well, what about mosquitoes? And he said, if a mosquito lands on me one time, I brush it away. If the mosquito comes back and lands on me a second time, I brush it away. If a mosquito comes back and lands on me a third time, I assume that he has made a decision to end his soul contract. And there you go. That's pretty much my take on mosquitoes. So yeah, that's what I wanted you to take away from this video. That don't be so quick to believe the us versus them rhetoric that you hear on mainstream media. The goal is to divide us, to be divisive, so that we won't unite, so that we won't come together to create a better community, a better family, a better city, a better state, a better world. If they can keep us divided, we can't work together. That's been one of my biggest learning opportunities on this trip, and I'm so grateful for it. And the sun is just slipping down, so I'm going to show you one more time, because I'm awestruck every single evening that I see this. There you go. Mittry Lake, Yuma, Arizona, in all of her glory. And with that, I will end this video. Thanks for following along. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to drop a comment and share the video with friends. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming along on this journey.